it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery, and welcome to another episode of Cracking the Hype. Today we are going to be making some chick cupcakes that we recently saw on our social media channels, and we wanted to see if it really was as easy as they said to make these super cute cupcakes. To get started, you're going to need to mix up your favorite cupcake recipe. You can use a box mix or a homemade mix, whatever you like. You're going to need to get a muffin pan or a cupcake tin like this one here, and you're going to want to put some cupcake liners in there, so I've gone ahead and done that already. You're also going to need some cake tips or some small balls of tin foil, and I'm going to show you that in just a few minutes here, but I have some cake tips here because I do a lot of baking, so this is what I'm going to use, and I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly here. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our cupcake mix and we're going to put it into our cupcake wrappers here, and I'm going to fill my cupcakes until they're about halfway full. You want to go a little bit less than normal, because we're actually going to be kind of shaping the cupcakes before we bake them. So I like to use a scoop like this when I'm filling my cupcake tins here, or my cupcake wrappers. It just makes it easier and a little bit less mess. All right, so now that our cupcakes are full, we're actually going to go ahead and tap this down so this flattens out just a little bit. You can do it here. You can actually use a spoon if you'd like. It does depend on your mixture. So my cupcake mix I'm using today is a little bit thicker, but there are some cupcake recipes out there that are a little bit more runny. So we're just going to kind of push this to the edges, making sure it's nice and full. All right, that looks pretty good here. I've got a little extra here. I can top off a few of these. So there's a little bit more. That's good. All right, so those look pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those cake tips that I mentioned, or as I said, you can use some small balls of foil, and we're going to put it into our pan here to form a chick shape. So we're actually going to push this in like this, and actually I'm going to kind of push it a little bit more to the top so I have more of like a rounded chick head towards the top and a body down at the bottom. Like And it is easier if you're using the cake tips like this, or something that's a little bit more sturdy. You could probably even use those little balls you put in pie pans to help keep your crust down. Just something that's a little bit sturdy. So we want to form that shape of our chicks. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in the oven, and I'm going to bake these for about 20-25 minutes. It's going to depend on the recipe that you're using. All right, here's what our chicks look like so far. They obviously need to be decorated, but they have the right shape, which I really like. And my little cake top, or my decorating tips here, are really easy to get out. And look at that fun shape that we have here. Whew, they're warm. I'm going to allow these to completely cool off, and then we're going to get to decorating them. All right, so now our cupcakes are nice and cool, and we're starting to decorate them. We're going to decorate kind of in two steps. We're going to do the body of the chick, and then we're going to come back and add some eyes, a beak, and feet. To make the body of our chicks, we're going to take our cupcake here, and I'm using a kind of larger circle tip in my decorating bag here. And you can use a decorating bag or a zippy bag, whatever you have available. And I'm going to kind of pipe the shape of my chick here. Just my buttercream. And then I'm actually going to turn this upside down onto our parchment here and give it a little kind of push, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the refrigerator or the freezer, depending on how much time you have. And we're going to allow that buttercream to really firm up, and it's going to give us a nice smooth surface to decorate on. All right, so my buttercream has firmed up, and when we peel our chicks off here, here's what they look like. I think that looks awesome. You could probably smooth it out a little if you'd like, but I kind of like the texture. I'm going to peel the rest of these off here, and then we're going to decorate them with some eyes, a beak, and some feet. All right, so here is one of our chicks here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piping bag with a small end on it here. And I'm going to add some eyes, a beak, and some feet to here. You can add whatever you'd like to yours. You can dip yours in colored sugar if you want to give it some texture. I'm just going to do some basic designs. My eyes are brown because I'm just going to use some chocolate frosting that I had. And I went ahead and dyed my yellow frosting, what I had left, orange for the beak and the feet. So let's add some eyes. So cute! All right, so now we're going to add our beak, and I'm using a little bit of orange, again with another writing tip, and we're going to put a little triangle here and 2 little feet at the bottom. And there's some little feet. I love the way these came out. Such a fun decoration, so easy to make, and they're really impressive when you're all done. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration to make your own chick cupcakes. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out our description for some tips when making your chick cupcakes. Well, I've got some more chicks to decorate. Thank you so much for watching.